There are people that know about God and they don't know God. Listen to this very clearly. And I want everybody to listen to me. When the devil wants to walk this end time, he doesn't use the world, he uses the church. The devil spews something to the atmosphere and leaves churchgoers, I won't call them Christians, churchgoers to spread it. That's why you see a trend. Somebody comes out and gives a testimony, and Christians or churchgoers turn it to a trend. Becomes a mockery. A supernatural act of God becomes a mockery. The carnal and the natural man cannot understand the things of the spirit. Because they are foolishness to him. They are foolishness to him. He said because they are spiritually discerned. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14. The natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit. They are foolishness. They are foolishness. You know what the devil is doing right now? Listen to me, everybody, and listen very well. Don't follow any trend that rubbishes the supernatural. If the supernatural acts of God are not real, then why are we here? Without power, Christianity is a club. It takes power to stand out. How many of you in this church, as I'm speaking in this church, you are very honest to God? You know people that have been brought to this church with problems. Strong and definite problems. That were almost impossible to be handled by men. And they got healed. You know them to their houses. Wave your hand if you're in that category. No, let the camera look. Wave it, wave it. Wave it well. You are seeing the crowd? Put it down. Now, this is not a pastor cajoling you. This is not a pastor telling you, God, you know this person. You saw the thing happen to them. You have to be very careful. Don't follow the trend. Avoid what is trending. When the devil wants, you know what is happening? When a pastor has a testimony, somebody told him a testimony, and the pastor said this is what somebody shared. They say, oh, it's a lie. The people now come out with their own mouth to testify. You still say it's a lie. Very soon you will say the word of God is a lie. That's where we are going. Because the Bible is a book of supernatural. How do you explain Daniel spending the night with hungry lions? It wasn't a movie. Jesus walked on the water. It wasn't a movie. He took 5 loaves of bread and fed 5,000 men. It wasn't a movie. Somebody touched the hem of his garment and became healed. That was not a movie. Moses stretched his rod and the sea parted. That was not a movie. Jesus took water and commanded it to turn to wine. That was not a movie. Joshua commanded the sun to stand still and the sun stood still. That was not a movie. Be careful how you rubbish the supernatural, because what the devil is doing, Satan knows a day will come in your life. All you will need to get out of trouble is the supernatural. So it will first make you rubbish it. And what you disrespect, you can't attract. Anytime you rubbish the act of God, it does not stop the act of God. It stops the act of God in your own life. It doesn't stop the act of God from happening. Abuse miracles from now till next year. People are still getting miracles. But you will not get miracles. So anytime you speak against the act of God, you are shortchanging yourself. Your criticism of God's power does not diminish God's power. It only diminishes it in your life. So whenever you speak against the act of God, you are undoing yourself. It means nothing to God. Miracles will keep happening. Strange things will keep happening. When God gives you a platform and you use that platform against him, he will take it from you. He will take it from you. Wise people, Wise people, A wise man who became great. I asked him a question. He told me, he said, 3 people you must avoid in life. He said, clergymen, whether malams or pastors, he said, avoid. Whether they are fake or they are real, is leave them with God. They have a judgment waiting for them. He said, number 2, royal fathers, kings. He said, avoid them because they are connected to ancestors. You speak against them, the ancestors will come for you. He was telling me. He said, number 3, which is very careful, orphans. He said, you see, orphans, God is their father. Avoid them. He told me, say, if you are smart, you avoid these 3 categories of people, you will go far in life. But today, everything goes. We just speak against things. You rubbish the supernatural acts of God. And Christians, those who are going to church, follow them. And you are making mockery of something that you will need tomorrow. The supernatural is real. It's real. Something doesn't have to make sense to you for it to be right. You are too infinitesimal for something to make sense to you. God is too big to make sense to you. It's too big. How do you explain the heavens, the clouds suspended from the earth? That's a miracle. No pillar. No pillar. You see the cloud suspended from the earth. No pillar. If God allows this generation to continue without intervention, He may have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. Because of the way we have become so careless. And some of you are posting such things and you are laughing. You are following the trend, you are laughing. That supernatural you are mocking, a day will come, you need it. See, I am a product. I have seen the supernatural. In this church, we have seen the dead come to life. We have seen countless miracles. We have seen things happen. And that is why when people are healed, I will say, who knows them? People are healed in this church, and we ask, who knows them to their houses? Doctors will confirm, listen to me, no man is God, but God uses men. Never join any trend. When somebody sends it to you, tell the person, don't ever send this to me. Say, we don't do this where we come from. We don't mock. Our life is the supernatural. The natural man cannot understand the things of the spirit. Matthew chapter 15 verse 8 said they call upon me with their lips, but their hearts, it's far from me. They are mocking God.